Well, welcome back to the channel. I know you Renegades, Ren fans. You guys have been waiting a while for this. It's been 2 months since I recorded my last Ren reaction, and that was the tale of Jenny and Screech, which I was thoroughly impressed by. But I have failed in the sense of finding time to actually react to more Ren. I kind of went on like a dry spell where I didn't react to a lot, but we're gonna get back to it today, and we're gonna react to Ren, Vincent's Tale, Sunflowers. Potentially also self-portrait, but I'll just see how long this video takes. And once again, if you guys aren't familiar with me, my name is Merrick. I do photography, videography for bands and stuff like that, live events, music videos. So I really like breaking down other artists' music videos and like what they did and stuff like that. So instead of the perspective you might be used to of like vocal coaches and therapists and different people, which absolutely love their stuff, I can shout out to like so many reaction channels that I have watched for years and years and years. But this is a little twist, the little spin that I like to give onto these videos is just kind of a slightly different perspective that I have. So I hope you guys enjoy as well. And if you do, feel free to leave a like, follow, all that stuff. But yeah, let's get into it. Ren, Vincent's Tale, Sunflowers.
Tragic scenes last night in London. A 14-year-old girl was found dead from a fatal stab wound. Her attacker, a 14-year-old boy, is in critical condition after a violent altercation with a police officer. Over to reporters on the ground for more.
Oh, such a beautiful shame. The sunflowers wilt when the skies do not rain. It's a story I'm sure we all know. It's a moment of madness inside of the woe.
Okay, I know Ren is more of, well, maybe. I think he's more of a rapper, I think. But his singing voice, I think I like his singing voice the best. Out of everything I've heard from him, he has a really good voice. I know I saw a video, I think the first time I ever saw him was him busking. And I was like, that's like the most impressed I've ever been. When it came to busking and first like discovering somebody brand new. But yeah, his voice is so good.
As we all fall down in London town, shaky ground carries me. Whoa, rains down, blindingly loud, never surrender.
Okay, I didn't want to stop there, but just notice when the music is going with that big like I don't know, it's some sort of horn. Every time it hits, the light flashes red. That's just a little fun editing trick to kind of keep the viewer's attention to the video while also listening to the song. That kind of pairs the two together. Also, this video is shot by, I believe his name is Josh or Joshua Stills. I tried looking up his stuff, like a website portfolio or anything, so I kind of get an idea of like his style of work. And he seems to not have one that I could find. He's like very reclusive as far as online presence comes, but he's done almost all of Ren's videos. So that's really interesting. So shout out to him.
Madness inside of the woes, we all fall down in London town. Shaky ground carries me. Whoa, rains down, blindingly loud, never surrender. What a terrible scene. Here lie the corpses of corporate machines, planting seeds where the grass never grows, but the grass it stays.
This is really interesting. So this is very much just, it's a story. The video is like telling the story, right? But it's also just kind of a one shot. It's putting you in the atmosphere, in the mindset of what's his name, Vincent, yeah, of Vincent, just by putting you in the environment that he's in. And yet it has the symbolism of like the flowers, the sunflowers, right? The name of the song. The one beautiful thing is just on fire. It's deconstructing. and here's Vincent just chilling, just sitting on his couch. Really interesting. I wonder, because I know Ren did in the Tale of Jenny and Screech. It was a one take video, and obviously it was a performance video. But I wonder if this, not being a performance video, this is an actual like story kind of video. I wonder if this is also going to be one take. I think that's just the way Ren likes to do things, which is a very like artistic choice. You definitely don't need to. I think generally speaking, it makes things harder, maybe easier in like the post production, but in the actual production, doing a one take video, like everything has to go well. You can't have like somebody accidentally stepping in a frame, or like the fire, for instance, if that's not CGI, which I can't tell, actually. I really can't tell. They did a good job on it, but like if something goes wrong, one take video, you got to do the entire thing all over again. So I respect the choice to do that. I've never actually shot a one take video for anything. I've always had like 20 takes and then obviously, splice things together and whatnot. But yeah, definitely really cool. I'm curious to see if it will cut anywhere.
In places unknown as we all fall down in London town, shaky ground carries me. War rains down blindingly loud, never surrender.
Ooh. I really like the like electronic sound that just came in, because it was very much, the song was all like horns and drum, and then we just got like an electronic section, which is really kind of out of left field, but I really like it. That's really cool. I want to hear that again.
Never surrender.
Oh, and we have Ren mean mugging the camera. It's not a one take video. It's not. It cut right there. There we go. Our first cut. So we're seeing like the slow denigration of, I guess this is Vincent, because we have the whispering of his name over and over, and we're seeing like the slow decline, right, of his mental as he's just going about his daily tasks, going to work, going to the store, going home, watching TV, going back to work. Really interesting choice. I like it. I think it goes really well. I'm very surprised that we go two minutes into the song and then we have a cut to now we have like more of the story. But again, it's a slow build. I do really like songs with a slow build, so as far musically, I really like this so far. It's ominous, is really ominous, but I'm a little confused on what's going on. I'm curious where this is going to go, but I did want to go back to that last shot. There's a really cool focus pull that was just so clean. I want to see it again. Right there with the pool table, or it's just a really quick, subtle thing, but where they pull the focus ring onto the balls when he hits the balls. Super clean transition, and it really like snaps your attention, right? This is cool. This is sick. He's drunk. Okay. Okay, and this is just like an ad for Vincent's Tale coming out, right? Okay, that makes sense because Sunflower's prologue. Gotcha. Okay, really cool. I feel like I do need to just go right into Vincent's Tale, Self-Portrait, because I feel like this isn't like a full reaction. It doesn't feel like a full, complete song being just the prologue. Still really cool. Some cool little editing techniques used there, and I really love the way they're building like a story around Vincent, because obviously we had the story built prior with Jenny and Screech, but it was very much just like lyrically, he was building the world lyrically. Here we actually have visual storytelling, actually mostly visual storytelling. That wasn't like a complete song, it's just the intro to a song, so I feel like we gotta go right back into Vincent's Tale Self-Portrait. So this is a double reaction, kind of 7-minute song, but we're gonna do it. We're gonna do it here, we're gonna do it now. You guys have waited long enough. So we're starting right back off where we left off in Sunflowers. Drunk Ren taking the shot. He's gonna stumble out of the bar or the pub. Yup. Now, before we get started, I will say from a videography perspective, right? You have as he's stumbling out of the bar drunk, you have the camera going back and forth at like a kind of like, you know, you're at sea or whatever. It's just rocking back and forth just to emphasize to you the mindset that he's in, right? Is really subtle. Oh, it's not really subtle. It's pretty obvious, but it's just another one of those little tricks that they use to like put you in the story, which is ideally the entire point of a music video, right? Is to put you in the mood or the feeling or the atmosphere of what they want to portray with the song, with the lyrics, with the music. It's all kind of the same thing. It all is leading you to the same place. So always be looking out for those little things, because that's what in movies, music videos, all that stuff, that's what they do. It's super cool to see once you like start picking up on different things and why they're doing it. It's just really cool to see.
Come on, let's have it, you miserable prick. I will do what I want, I will drink till I'm sick to my stomach. I'm sick of the same boring songs. I am sick of these pavements I find myself on. Great Britain, I hate you. I'll say that with pride. It's my right to be violent when you fed me lies. I'm a rotter, a menace when I want to be, and I've worked for that right because nothing comes free. I have slaved all my life in the dull 9 to 5. I just rinse and repeat while I'm barely alive. Great Britain, I loathe you with murderous glee. I will do to this country what you've done to me.
Okay. Now this is super reminiscent of A Tale of Jenny and Screech, the one take kind of live guitar playing in the streets. Really cool. I feel like this one's definitely a lot more. There's a lot more thought put into it on like the environment, and like there's some acting and stuff, more so like interacting with other people and stuff like that, versus Jenny and Screech, where it was just him. Really cool so far. I need to actually focus on like the lyrics of Vincent's Tale, because I'm very much like watching it right now. I need to also listen. Let's get back into it.
Destroy. I want to tear apart these buildings from the cinder blocks they stand. Leave this town in dust and rubble. Make some trouble with my hands. I won't lie, I'm fucking wasted. But I wasted all my youth, and I've stayed so damn complacent. Getting wasted is my truth. So my style of self-expression is a fist into the gut. It's throwing up upon these pavements. Shut your fucking mouth, you slut. Banished angel, I am Lucifer. Might reign like Genghis Khan. Soon you will all know my name. I am the storm after the calm. I'm the victim of the victim list. The pill that makes you sick. I am chaos incarnate. Let's fucking have it then, you prick! Now the rules of the Street Fighter.
No, that there could have been a cut there. I'm not really sure. There could have been a cut there. It could have been snuck in. I really like that quick pan they did from one side to the other. Also, I am actually paying attention to lyrics now. He's basically airing his woes with his life in Britain, and kind of how it's just beat him down over the years and never given him anything, and now he just wants to kind of give back what it gave him, which was just destruction and despair and all that. Really interesting. I love all the different like little scenes he's having with other people. You have like the homeless guy and the couple and all that. That's just really fun. Anytime you have extras, it's a little more work, but it's also really fun to just kind of like throw that stuff in there to build the story.
Prick! Now the rules of the Street Fighter are simple. It's pretty much anything goes. Keeping the street pretty firm on your feet. It pays to be sweet on your toes. And fools they have fallen for clumsy mistakes. Late to react, cop the fist to the face. Now the rules of the Street Fighter are simple. Break that little prick's nose. Throw a punch, you swallow it, follow it, grab the collar, quick hollow tip like karate, kick martial art master, spark a bitch, park a fist on the landing strip, carnage, it finds the cartilage, karma serve like a carbonated cola on the crucifix, kill. Vincent wanna kill, who blood gets spilled, move double that rude boy, kill or be killed. Do it for the fun, blood, do it for the thrill. Blue lights, boy, run, blue lights, boy, chill.
Oh no, he killed him with a bottle. Okay, it's just so fun, because they go from like just the camera, and then all of a sudden it's first person perspective with him, punching or whatever. I don't know how they did that. I wonder if they had the camera strapped to his chest, or if they changed it really quickly on, like, somebody basically like is like, here, put it on your chest. That's really cool. I love just there's so much more effort put into this. They have the flashing lights in the background for the cop car. They have the light, it's like a pink or purple light above that they obviously like set up in the ceiling for that quick transition where he turns around, and there's no front light, so they had to put something there. But they really utilize like the environment essentially to be like, okay, we'll use this as like our transition from one section of the song to the other, where it like it's the fight, right? And you see the guy in the background getting ready. Whoever did this, I'd be really curious to hear how they went about like preparing for this video, because obviously they've got to have like a set path for him to go, right, when they're recording and all this stuff, and he has to know exactly like, okay, I'm gonna walk here, and then I'm gonna stop, and then I'm gonna turn around, and then that's when this verse starts. And so he also has to time himself, right, of like, how fast is he gonna walk while he's singing to get from here to here to here. And that's I just love that. That's so cool. I'd be really curious to hear about I wish there was like a behind the scenes video of like them talking about how they made this or something that I could react to and really see like what all went into it. But that's really cool. also lyrically and what's going on, he's giving us a good story. I currently am listening to, or just literally just finished today, another Stephen King book, which I referenced in A Tale of Jenny and Screech, that Ren reminded me a lot in the way that he writes is very similar to the way that Stephen King writes. I don't know if, some people like Stephen King, some people don't. I really enjoy horror and like mystery, and those are like the two things he's known for, right? But he's also known for like introducing characters and then like making you care about them and then killing them off very quickly, so that to get that kind of gut reaction out of you where you're like, no, like, why you can't do that, right? Ren kind of has this same or very similar style where he's able to introduce a new character. Like, right, we have Vincent, and he's introduced him in just a song and a half, like the prologue in this song, and you've already got like this whole world built around him and how he's been wronged by Great Britain. And so now you're like on his side a little bit, right? Because you're like, oh yeah, like maybe you're not on his side because like, okay, you shouldn't do these things, but like you understand why, right? And that's the mindset he's putting you in, which is really cool, really well done. Mad props to him and his writing ability, like, and also just obviously the performance. He's got an incredible voice and ability to do these like live, especially the one takes, golly. So yeah, that's what I really like about this the most, is just seeing those two things, his writing and just all that goes into these videos. So cool. Let's keep going. That's another cut. That is a transition. It was blended in really well into the sidewalk somewhere in here. Yep, that's cool. Well done. Notice the camera is still doing that. That's another transition.
So it goes in the absence of the light. The devil's soul, a seed in either mind. Vincent was shaken, run from the law, hide from the bacon, crouch on the floor. The court to omit him, hate the wolf spits on him, rapes him, hits him, kicks him when he's down, and that shapes him. He hears the sound of a copper, heart upon his tail proper, Vincent off his rocker. Bothered by the lie that Britain sold him, what a shocker. Where greedy eat the poor, a holy war, the chosen prosper. But some are never chosen, they stay frozen in the locker. Destined to survive in 9 to 5 and watch the clock, but don't think about reality, my little happy shopper. A brand new show on Netflix to distract you from the horror, and swallow all your morals for a retweet or a follow, and shadow ban the problem man, a soul for $1, and keep the fight amongst yourself. Don't
the bottle he used for stabbing the guy in the fight. I will say, this is not to back it up too far, but this is what I mean when I say I really like his singing. This is crazy impressive.
In the absence of the light, the devil's soul, a seed in either mind. Vincent was shaken, run from the law, hide from the bacon, crouch on the floor. The court to omit him, hate the wolf spits on him, rapes him, hits him, kicks him when he's down, and that shapes him. He hears the sound of a copper, heart upon his tail proper, Vincent off his rocker. Bothered by the lie that Britain sold him, what a shocker. Where greedy eat the poor, a holy war, the chosen prosper. But some are never chosen, they stay frozen in the locker. Destined to survive in 9 to 5 and watch the clock, but don't think about reality, my little happy shopper. A brand new show on Netflix to distract you from the horror, and swallow all your morals for a retweet or a follow, and shadow ban the problem man, a soul for $1, and keep the fight amongst yourself. Don't think about the squalor. The systems don't impose it or the rules that we all honor. And fuck it, Vincent cooked to boiling point, he's cannon fodder. So what's the use in running? He's already in the locker. He's careless with his actions now, a clumsy motherfucker. He turned to face his fate, cause fate's a bitch and none will stop her. Richard was an officer who stood at 6'3". Was his first day back at work after a time of absent leave. Working London on the night shift, what he didn't think he'd see was our boy with a guitar, bruised and battered on his knees. But Richard lived in caution now, tormented by his past, not so quick to find the trigger.
That's really cool. So now we're introducing another character, Richard, right? The cop. He does this so well. He introduces these characters like every 2 to 3 minutes. You get somebody new, it feels like. But also another very subtle thing that I notice. Every time when the camera, when you hear it, when it pans around Richard, there's like a whoosh sound, right? And the movement in the camera speeds up. That was just added in after the fact to like kind of emphasize the speed of the camera, even though the actual footage isn't speeding up, because obviously he's playing at the song at a certain speed and whatnot. This is really subtle, kind of cool.
Was our boy with a guitar, bruised and battered on his knees. But Richard lived in caution now, tormented by his past, not so quick to find the trigger, not so fast. But Richard was a righteous man who lived inside the law. So he leapt upon poor Vincent and he cuffed him to the floor.
Okay. Director of photography, Samuel. Yep, same guy. That's sick. Okay, sweet. That is Vincent's Tale, and then we have Richard's Tale coming soon. We also had Vincent's Tale Starry Night, which is the first song I reacted to, which is him in jail. So I now have a lot more context for that song. A lot of people were mad at me for reacting to that one first, but yeah, this dude, oh my gosh, every time it's so cool how he does this and what he does. I think we'll do Richard's Tale next is the plan. There'll be some more videos. I've recorded some more from other artists that you guys may or may not be familiar with that'll be coming out in between. I also, little spoiler if you're watching to this point in the video, I am heading to record a breakdown of one of Skillet's latest music videos with Skillet's own team, so that'll be really cool. If you guys are excited to see that and more Ren and just whatever else I stumble across here, feel free to subscribe and like and leave a comment and tell me what you guys want me to react to, even if it's not Ren, even if it's something else, or if it is Ren. Obviously a lot of you guys are here for that. Tell me specifically like what song, video, and if you know of any behind the scenes stuff. Like I love, for the warning, they have behind the scenes videos of like each of their music videos of like how they make them. I love reacting to that too. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.